I'm William Nozak, and in this module, we're going to talk about tools and strategies. Why email marketing? Is it just another marketing activity that kills time in the day? I hope not. So why do we use this? One, email marketing campaigns often target end users that have asked for information, have questions, have requested something. So we're interfacing with someone that is somewhere on the temperature spectrum. Email marketing requires automation to be efficient. If it can be automated, it must be. We have to use softwares that have been built. They're really not that expensive with all the utility that they provide. Tools and strategies make up the most effective way to manage an email marketing campaign. We're talking from analytics, from the automations to the AI that's injected into these things. Strategy consists of ways to track what does and doesn't work for the campaign. We're going to pay attention, abandonment rates, unsubscribe rates, bounce rates, things like that. We're going to always be cleaning our emails and tailoring our journeys for our end users. So strategies, tools, examples would be exclusive deals, segmenting, getting them really down into the information that they need. Drip content, like this is a great way to get our blog in front of end users instead of forcing them to kind of come back on a Tuesday or, stumble back upon our content. We get that great content, high quality content, evergreen, very large, robust information that we've spent time and energy researching and writing. We could drip that out in an email campaign. We can use these lists for retargeting. And it's getting a little trickier with cookies. So these email lists kind of show these buyer personas and demographics and allows us to do better targeting. Onboarding, we use our email list for onboarding and our email journeys for onboarding, giving information and also asking for information. The ESP, who are you going to choose? It's kind of a big deal. What analytics they provide, how robust you can make the journeys, how well you can connect it to WordPress and other content management systems. And then opt-in forms, whether single or double. And then, of course, the analytics. So what do we have? What have they done? And are we doing the right things by these potential end users? Exclusive deals. So we want to give incentives. A lot of times, the majority of people are looking for a deal and they want to save some money. And so we certainly want to kick out coupons whenever it's applicable, or future seasonal deals, or new services that we provide, or something that we feel like these people that buy this also might buy this. So give incentives, and this can help people sign up and they know that we're kicking out deals by automated email. We can put tracking codes on these things and we can know what the ROI is on our automated email processes and how much time we invest in those things. We can look on return on ad spend, return on marketing these ways. The more things that we manage and look at and collect data on, the better we'll be about making sure they're effective. So the email list continues to grow with exclusive deals. Offer exclusive deals in email, and that's just a good way to grow that list. And then segmenting it. We want to organize the email list into different journeys. And that's going to allow us to further personalize the information, even if we're taking a set of information and rewriting it 10 times for different industries, and then taking maybe 10 services and rewriting those 10 services for those different industries. You're just rewriting content through the lens of a segmentation. We want to make it so that it feels personalized as possible. And that's a lot of back-end work, but it's super important for the personalization part of this thing. And then we want them to feel like, our product or service is built specifically for them or their industry or their business. Drip content. We can offer drip content from our blog. If you have a blogger that writes once a week, 4 times a week, depending upon what the people in your space do, maybe they write weekly or bi-monthly. It's super important to know what your competitors do, right? That's what we learn in our competitive intelligence reports, in our SWOT analysis, in our war rooms when we're like, hey, this is what they do. We should certainly do something similar or better. So we could drip out content we write, and that's going to help with return rates to the website, getting people to come back and view information on the site and continue to build that expertise, authority, and trust. And it's going to help with retention. If we keep giving them high quality stuff, they don't have to go look for it. Certainly, we hope we can stay in front of their needs and what they're trying to digest, or what's happening in Google, what's happening in social media, what's happening with advertising and cookies, and for marketing email, that's what might be what we would talk about. With your industry, you would talk about what's changing, what's coming, what's new, what's available. So retargeting, we always want to use these email lists to target other people that are similar to these buyers, their interests, their demographics, their psychographics. We use that information to really improve our ads, improve our ad spend, and improve the click-through rates and things like that. Onboarding. Email marketing isn't just about cold to warm or frigid to cold. It's really about using it anywhere that you can put in place automation. If I'm doing something repetitively in an email communication, then I certainly should try to put that in an email journey. Onboarding is a prime example. Usually you're going to need more documentation filled out, more things from the client. This is where we can say, hey, we continually ask for these things or continually provide this information, or we've got additional training that we, on our Wistia account, we really want to kind of weave it out to them as new clients and really get them trained up. Perfect example, onboarding and additional training, things like that. And then the email service provider who you choose is super important on who you choose. Because you're going to have analytics dashboards, you're going to have things that you can do better on certain programs or softwares, and you really have to understand what your needs and your goals are before you really make that decision, because switching it can be a real pain. Switching large email lists, or maybe you need one that allows for super large email lists, like if you have a 1 million person email list, it really is going to define what ESP you go and look for. Opt-in forms, single versus double. Using a double is advantageous because when they fill it out, if you've got email intake forms, you understand the spam and how reCAPTCHA can help kill some of that, but doesn't kill all of that. Having this double opt-in can help for people when they go back to their email and then they have to do an additional step to subscribe. It really just kind of shows that additional, hey, this is really what I purposely did. It can kind of help vet in some ways. Also, single is not bad depending upon if they're subscribing to a drip or coupons. It's not a terrible thing, single versus double, but you kind of need to do the testing. Analytics. So if we don't measure it, we have no idea how to manage it. And we have no idea what works and what doesn't work. And then we have someone that's got the loudest voice making the decisions. We certainly don't ever want that. We don't want the person that makes the most money or, has the most ownership in a company making decisions because that's what they say. We want the data to make the decisions. The data has to make decisions. Digital marketing has totally changed. There's a lot of visibility into what works and what doesn't work. And so we need to find a software or a SaaS that gives us more data. And then ability maybe through an API to aggregate that data against other data collections that we have. So monitor the dashboard, monitor the open rates, the click-through rates, what's working, making sure that it's turning into leads and sales. Are we really fashioning this journey that is turning these cold leads into warm leads into hot leads? It is giving people more information, and it's taking responsibilities off our sales guys having to communicate back and forth with potential or current clients by new onboarding and information and things like that. And that's how we're going to look at analytics. We're going to see time, dwell time and things like that. And that's tools and strategies. If you need to go back and watch this, go ahead now. If not, I'll see you in the next module.